I will do my best really to the best of my ability na i-deliver itong pag-uusapan natin in if not Taglish but pure Tagalog. Kasi
Oo.
paano ko ba makikita yung mga comment? Hindi ko makikita yung mga comments na ito pala.
Ayan.
I want to ask you this question, like, how are you feeling knowing that, there's really something going on in our country right now na medyo hindi natin siya napapag-usapan much? What are your thoughts about what's happening in the country?
Well, as a supporter of the Dutertes, fighting with them para sa bayan, I really want to tackle this matter para mapag-usapan ng mga kababayan natin. Lalong-lalo na that they will most likely, I hear a very adamant statement coming from Senator Lacson and at the same time SP Tito Soto that they can convene as an impeachment court the soonest possible time as long as ma-endorse na ang articles of impeachment sa amin. That to me is very telling that they're so prepared about this. Diba?
Ano kasi yan, whether you're holding a position or not, yung action mo, you can commit a crime. At yan, papasok yan sa grave threats eh. If you're threatening someone to execute on him a crime, hindi lang wrong to execute on him a crime, grave threats yun, punishable yun under sa revised penal code natin.
So ang sinasabi ngayon ni Attorney Melvin Matibag, hindi ka na naawa dun sa asawa ko, buntis, pagkatapos bababuyin mo, gaganyanin mo, luma na yon, bakit mo pa ni-repost, something like that. Galit na galit siya at yun yung niya. So can that constitute as enough motivation para dun sa niya, sir? Dun sa kasi basically inexplain niya yung pinaghuhugutan niya eh.
Well, wala namang sinasabi kasi sa grave threats na it could not be committed if it was provoked or out of fury or out of rage. As long as the elements of the crime are satisfied, then it should be committed. So ano yun eh, it's a threat, and it's a threat, so there's really an intention to commit the crime against the person threatened.
Kasi sinusend ko yung link kay Alvin, dahil sasamahan tayo ni Alvin and Tourism ngayong gabi para sa ating daldalang umaatikabo. Tawag dito, we're going to talk about issues being thrown at VP Inday Sara dahil ang daming hindi makaintindi eh. Apparently ganun pala ang kwentuhan, marami talagang hindi makaintindi, and they just take the words of some questionable personalities, hook, line, and sinker. So, kailangan talaga natin ipaunawa dun sa mga kababayan natin kung ano ang nangyayari dun sa kanyang impeachment, bakit ito hindi makatarungan, bakit ito hindi naaayon sa batas, at bakit ito ay isang political attack lamang laban kay Inday Sara. So, papaya-paya magjo-join sa atin si Alvin and Tourism. Ayan. Teka lang, try mo nga yung... Ay, ayan na siya! Diba? Hindi siya nahirapan. Ayun. Okay. So, ang tawag dito, pero nasa train pa si Alvin. Papauwi pa lang siya. Teka, Alvin, nasa backstage ka pa. Wait lang. Ito, iakyat kita.
Naririnig mo ako?
Ayan, naririnig na kita.
Okay, perfect.
Nasa backstage ka pa kanina. Tumatulog ka na.
Hindi, na-stress ako kasi alas 2. I-share ko muna to sa Alvin and Tourism, yung live natin para mapanood ng mga kababayan natin all over the world. Kasi ito na. I-share ko muna to, Joey.
Sige, go. At habang nag-share ka dyan, magpapasalamat lang ako dun sa mga first honor, mga nakaabang na kaninang-kanina pa. Si Ma'am Jen Chen, 1648, Pink Vader, hello. Roy Maceda, Antonio Misa, Pinoy Lacuachero, hello. Paulo Linuten na nasa kwarto lang. Paulo, lumabas ka nga dyan. Kumuway ka dito.
Kaya nga. Paano ba ito siya i-share? Uy, Wait, ito pala. May God, nataranta tuloy ako.
Sa ano, yung
Ito na,
live,
ito nakita ko na.
yung live
Halika,
sa Facebook. Ayan, ako ka na dito.
Malayo ko, di ba?
Oo.
Nanonood talaga ako sa kwarto.
Oo nga, nakita ko nga. Ayan.
Hello!
Ayan na. Hi, Pao.
Hello, sa kwarto lang ako habang nanonood.
Howdy. Oo. Ayan, sinare ko na. Para marami ang mga taong Kasi Joey, alam mo, I'm really grateful for you giving me this opportunity na, alam mo, makaakyat sa live mo to discuss very, really important matter. Kasi I think it's about time to really talk about the difficult conversation na ang mga tao naman parang pahapyaw lang pinag-uusapan nila and also Joey, pasensya na ha kung ang Tagalog ko at saka sa mga nanonood dito, pasensya na if yung Tagalog ko ay hindi perfect mga madam, sir. Kasi Bisaya by
Effort
blood
ito kay
talaga.
Alvin. Ayan.
Effort na talaga ako dyan actually, pero I will do my best really to the best of my ability na i-deliver itong pag-uusapan natin in if not Taglish but pure Tagalog.
Oo.
Kasi paano ko ba makikita yung mga comment? Hindi ko makikita yung mga comments na ito pala.
Ayan.
Ayun, nakikita ko na.
Oo, iaakyat natin yung mga comments. Ayan.
Ayun,
Ah,
ayan.
ay, meron kaming ka-PBA dito. Hi, Miss Joey. Remember me, last April 21, we saw in Ninoy Aquino Stadium nanood ng PBA. Ayan. Hello po sa inyo, mga ka-PBA ko dyan.
Correct.
Ayan.
Ayan, so Joey, shinare ko na siya. Okay, perfect. Para
Ayan.
mas marami ang manood, mas better.
Kerech. Ayan, naputol si Alvin. Ayun. Ay, maraming salamat kay Kai habang iniintay natin bumalik si Alvin and Tourism. Maraming salamat sa pang KitKat. Thank you very much. Ayan, pumasok siya ulit.
Oh God, ano
Ayan.
ka? Okay, sorry.
Ayan, you're
Sorry
back.
guys, ano pala dito, pag once maka-enter ka na, hindi ka na pwede yung baba, no?
Lumabas. Oo.
Wala pa tuloy ako. So Joey,
Ayan.
mag-start na ba tayo ngayon or you want to greet people pa muna or what, lay the predicate of our conversation? Kasi mas maganda yung pag-usapan natin, talagang hihimay-himayin natin ang mga issue nang malaman ng buong mundo ano ang ginagawa nila when it comes to the politics sa Pilipinas ngayon.
Well,
So,
eto oo, no?
hindi kita narinig, Joey.
Hello?
Hello?
Ayan, hindi mo ko
My
naririnig.
God, stress yung chat ko.
Sige.
Wait. Naririnig mo ba ako? Can you thumbs up? Naririnig mo?
Oo, naririnig kita.
Ano ba yun?
Oo. Ano na lang, ang tag dito, mag-disconnect ka, tapos reconnect ka.
Hello? Salita
Ayan,
ka nga,
hello.
Joey.
Hello?
Shit, ano ba yung nangyayari sa
Ayan. Ano ka, Alvin? Connect and disconnect.
Yung audio is, wala ko sa setting ng audio is, okay.
Ayan.
AirPods pa lang.
Connect and disconnect
Pero
ka.
hindi kita naririnig, Joey.
Wait.
Wait. Baba mo na ako. And then, aakit ulit. Wait lang.
Ayan. So anyway, nasa-stress na siya. Nasa-stress na si Alvin. Si Alvin pag nagtatagalog, nagiging prim and proper. Kaya sa totoo lang, dyan ako kay Alvin natututo mag-Bisaya. Kasi pag Bisaya siya, na-express niya yung sarili niya ba talaga ng todo-todo.
So ako hindi ko na-express si Joey.
Hindi, si Alvin nga. Ikaw wala kang problema. Kasi nag-Manila ka for the longest time di ba? So, pag nag-Bisaya ka, tapos pag nag-Tagalog ka, wala masyadong difference. Walang it's the same thing. Ganon.
Naririnig na kita, Joe. Yan.
Ayan, naririnig ka na namin. Ayan.
Kahit nakaka-stress.
Mag-join ka
Pero
na.
laban lang.
Habang kumakain ka ng ice cream, dito ka na. Ayan. Pauwi ka na ba, Alvin? Pauwi ka na ba?
I think I will be home in literally mga less than 30 minutes. Oo.
Okay. Ayan, teka, chichika lang si Pao ng very, very quick.
Go. Hello po sa inyong mga kababayan. Hello, Pao. How are you?
How are you?
Eto, very
Na parang hindi
yung
makausap
utak
ka.
ko yung utak ko parang medyo really busy siya pa sa mga nangyari sa bansa natin, 'no. But at the same time, I am also grateful for this opportunity na mapag-usapan yung mga
Allow
bagay-bagay.
me to ask you this question. Like, how are you feeling knowing that, there's really something going on in our country right now na medyo hindi natin siya napapag-usapan much? What are your thoughts
Mm.
about what's happening in the country?
Well, as a supporter of the Dutertes, fighting with them para sa bayan, I really want to tackle this matter para mapag-usapan ng mga kababayan natin.
Right.
Lalong-lalo na that they will most likely, I hear a very adamant statement coming from Senator Lacson, and at the same time SP Tito Soto, that they can convene as an impeachment court the the soonest possible time, as long as ma-endorse na ang articles of impeachment sa amin. That to me is very telling that they're so prepared about this. 'Di
Mm.
ba? Parang hindi
Confident
nila tinatago
no?
eh. Oo,
May
confident sila.
confidence din may confidence
Mm-mm.
Kasi, earlier, alam mong nahihirapan sila, kasi pino-prolong nila yung Committee on Justice hearing, ganyan.
Yes, yes,
Tapos,
yes.
and they weren't ano 'no, "Ay hindi, mag-ano kami dito, gagawin namin 'to and whatever," ganyan. And mabasa mo talaga yung intention nila na pahabain
Yeah.
yung hearing and
Mm-mm.
i-maximize yung 60 days, 60
Yeah.
session days na meron sila.
Yes.
But,
Because I think, Joey, ang gusto nilang gawin is that they want to destroy the image uh, through that prolonging of that supposed clarificatory hearing, no? Kasi naman, the ends, I mean, the conclusion is pretty obvious na talagang i-declare nila in form, in substance, in grounds, and at the same time, declaration of the existence of the probable cause. Yun naman, from the very beginning pa lang, it's very obvious that the direction of the since sa pag-hear nila, pagtanggap nila sa sa impeachment complaints, hanggang sa pag-declare ng probable cause, existence of probable cause, ayan na, I mean, like, it's not rocket science really, to be honest, to think na ano bang magiging decision nila. But the fact that ginawa pa nila yung clarificatory hearing, they really want to think, to me my personal discernment is, they really just want to use that time to really destroy the name of Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. So, yun talaga yun, because clearly, Filipinos are so awakened by the fact that this is another playbook, a tactic na parang it already ginawa na nila during of course, very late, the late and brilliant Chief Justice Renato Corona. Gagawin nila ngayon kay VP.
Right.
Because saan ka ba makakakita ng allegation? You don't have any evidence to support that allegation, and you use the very committee to issue a subpoena. That to me is so crazy to begin with. And you think the Filipino people want, kung nakita ko nga yan, what more ang mga mas intelligent pa sa akin? We are nothing but an embodiment of an ordinary Filipino ba na, ano bang ginagawa niyo sa amin? Parang laro ba to sa inyo? While mataas yung presyo ng langis, mataas yung presyo ng bilihin, dito kayo, you burn millions of pesos for these supposed hearings para i-convict ang, by the way, the only person in Philippine history who received the highest electoral mandate. Let that sink in.
Sara.
Diba? And then at the same time, these individuals, they didn't even refer this matter to their supposed constituents. Parang, okay, we just woke up one day, nag-meeting kami, and then you wanted to impeach her. That's it. To me, are you joking? It's really crazy ba na you're using the very institution supposedly to represent the
voices of the people.
respective constituencies. Oh, exactly. Voices of the people or respective constituencies na gano'n na lang. Na if you wanted to impeach or gusto nyo i-blackmail ang particular congressman, tatanggalan nyo ng budget. Hindi niya bibigyan ng budget, di ba? Meron kasi mga issue na lumalabas na ngayon na wala na pala, kinukuha ang budget pag hindi ka sumusupport sa impeachment. But then later on, we will be able to tackle. Ang ginagawa pa lang namin, nagchikahan actually hanggang sa mapauwi ako. Kasi alam ko na pag napauwi na, naupo na ako sa bahay, guys, it will be a very serious discussion namin today.
Oo.
So,
But,
parang ano lang ba, let's try to, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joey.
We're just
Sorry.
going to kumbaga parang scratch the surface in the meantime.
Mm-mm.
And then later on mag-deep dive tayo dun sa mga bawat allegation kay Inday Sara. Alam mo, Alvin, when they started attacking Inday Sara using the AMLC report, naloka talaga ako doon. Kasi yun nga, kagaya na sinabi mo kanina, yung ginagawa nila kay Justice Corona are basically the same playbook na ginagawa nila ngayon kay VP Sara. And yung kay
Correct.
Justice Corona kasi, they use the SALN as the main thrust nung kanilang pagpapa-impeach sa kanya, alleging na binitray niya daw ang ang constitution dahil hindi niya na-declare ng tama yung assets niya, yung yaman niya dun sa kanyang SALN. Ganon. And later on, they were proven incorrect. Kasi kumbaga, parang pag sinabi na yung impeachment kasi, it has to fall within impeachable ground. At yung
Yes,
impeachable
correct.
grounds ito yung mga talagang, hindi ito ordinaryong crime. Hindi ito ordinaryong krimen. It must be something that is above and beyond normal transgressions.
Right.
Yung parang kung hindi lang tayo, sige, sabihin na natin na merong violation not in accordance with the law or something like that. But it has to be obscene at the same time. So that's why you have to impeach the person. Ganon. The impeachable officers are impeachable for a certain reason. And that is because they are not supposed to be litigated on trivial matters.
Yes, correct.
Hindi sila dapat na nililitigate sa mga bagay na, sige, maaaring nagkamali yan sa mga ganito, baka nag-drive ng walang lisensya, yung mga ganong etchos, no? Those are transgression. We are not saying that those are right. Those are still incorrect. However, our Constitution would like to protect the highest officials of the land so that they are not going to be litigated on trivial and menial manner. Matters. Kasi nga, hindi mo sila dapat iniistorbo sa mga bagay na they are carrying a responsibility that is very, very important, really heavy, and these are things that they have to carry out during nung entire ng kanilang, ito ay kanilang mabigat na responsibility at hindi ito basta-basta iistorbohin lang ng parang nakalimutan mo ilagay yung sa SALN mo, ganyan. Kaya Alvin, sabi ng Sandigang Bayan doon kay Justice Corona, nakalimutan nga ni Justice Corona, nagkamali nga si Justice Corona sa paglalagay nung kanyang yaman doon sa kanyang SALN. Pero yung yaman na yon na sinasabi niyong hindi nakalagay doon sa SALN ni Justice Corona ay hindi galing sa nakaw. Ito ay galing sa legitimate purpose, legitimate sources. At kung meron mang kasalanan si Justice Corona dito, ito ay negligence lamang. At ang kaparusahan ay 600 pesos na fine.
Diba?
So,
And Joey, hindi ko nga makalimutan, sabi ni, of course, another brilliant, really, one of the many individuals who really influenced me, no, sa pag-iisip para sa bayan natin, the late Senator PM Defensor Santiago, removing an impeachable officer needs to be treated with utmost, utmost careful consideration of the law because this is the ruin of a life. You are kaya nga tinatawag siyang extraordinary remedy under our Constitution because you are literally removing an impeachable officer. Ito naman kasi mga congressman at senator, they are not just impeachable officer. That's the problem. Para meron silang cloak ba? These individuals, president, vice president, they are mandated by the electoral votes, di ba? Yung mga binotol palagayan sila. But the congressmen and women, also the senators, hindi lang talaga sila ma-impeach. But who knows? Perhaps if we're going to tackle the allegations hurled against the late Chief Justice Corona, they might be also exploiting the loopholes, supposed loopholes sa SALN. Hindi lang sila ma-impeach. Diba? So,
correct.
Yun yung punto ba?
Walang way in order to, for example, the mandate of the House of Representative members is to carry out the voice of the people. Dapat, if
Mm.
they are not faithful to that mandate, 'di ba?
Mm.
Pagka napatunayan natin na ang boto nila sa House of Representatives is not representative of the voice of the people, dapat merong mekanismo on how to remove them, 'di ba?
Yes, exactly.
Kaso
Because
wala eh, 'di ba? Wala. They had become
Mm.
very, very powerful that their constituents have no choice kasi nanalo na eh. So ibig sabihin, lahat ng desisyon yan, goods for 3 years na. Kahit hindi naman talaga yan yung gusto naming mangyari. 'Di ba?
Yes. Totoo yan. It feels like parang, okay, you voted for me. Kasi this is the painful reality, Joey. During the time na magpapaboto na sila, ang ginagawa nila, okay, we are going to carry your sentiments. We're going to ensure that your sentiments will be put forward. We are going to lobby that. We will make sure that our district will be uh, parang magiging more development than now. Carrying all of those promise me statements. And once they actually win for that particular position they're vying for, no, parang wala na. They just forget about everything. Parang okay na lang. Na ganon lang, chika. So,
Actually, Alvin, I just really want to do a quick shout out, sabi natin Joey. Nanonood pala nga sa ngayon
Ay.
currently si Senator Robin Padilla. Hello,
Ay.
shout out.
Hello, Senator Robin. Hello, Direk Darrell. Call me Joe.
Daryl.
Okay. Nagpapakall pa si Direk Darrell. Oo. Hello.
Oo,
Hello. Hello,
ngayon.
Senator Robin. Isa sa mga taong napakalaki ang respeto ko talaga, si Senator Robin Padilla.
Uy,
No,
alam mo ba,
just
hindi niya
to-
kami iniwan, sakay kami naman, Al, the
Mm-mm.
entire
Siya
time.
talaga ang siya talaga ang taong nakitaan ko nung nagkasama tayo doon sa Negros Pao. Nakita ko talaga ang pagmamahal niya sa bayan. It
Yes.
really gave me that opportunity na lahat ng mga preconceived notion, mga prejudices against Senator Robin Padilla talagang really proved to be nothing but just a demolition job sa kanya ba na ganyan siya.
That is
But
true.
really, he is the most loyal, the most honest, and just very sincere and genuine individual, si Senator Robin Padilla. Kaya ako, I really have big respect, high respect talaga ang meron ng nasa
Highest
akin.
respect.
He earned that really. Hindi niya inimpose, he earned that. Nakita ko talaga kay Senator Robin yung pagmamahal niya sa bayan. And I like na parang okay, pinanindigan niya ang kanyang mga advocacies as a senator. So yun.
Yung mga
Yun.
follower ko, walang iya, ano? Mga walang iya.
Kaya nga, sa lahat-lahat na napansin dyan pa talaga. Grabe naman. Kino-comment pa talaga. Oo.
Hindi na tinawagan si Daryl yan. Actually, tinawagan na.
At tinawagan ko nga kasi meron lang pinaalala kasi meron siyang gustong bilhin na furniture. Ayan. So yun, napaka-gentleman ni Senator Robin, sabi ni Dolce Vita.
Very.
Sobra.
Kumuha natin sa dahig at may paninindigan. Ayan. Hi, Attorney Vita. Hello. I'm at the parking right
Hello,
now. Sabi
attorney.
ni Attorney Vita. Hello, Attorney Vita. Ayan. Ay, magpasalamat tayo kay
Thank you
Attorney
very much.
Vita for all his illuminating write-ups sa mga issue kasi
Yes.
take
I
time to
just read
read it.
actually his latest write-up.
Oo. So
Galing
very
mo sulat.
illuminating, very clarifying yung kanyang mga sinusulat sa mga issue at para magkaroon tayo ng mas malalim bang appreciation doon sa political context that we are in. Ayun.
Yes, correct.
Hello, Alvin. Hello. Paul po.
Paul, Sir Attorney Paulo po. Attorney Paulo po ang pangalan ko.
Oo. Ayan, nagalit si Sen
Agaray.
Pac at Gatchalian kay Attorney Matibag. O, talaga? Talaga? Nagalit
Oo,
si Sen
hindi. Sa isang Senate inquiry yun, I think I'm not sure if it's a new video or an old video na sinabi niya doon kay Manny Pacquiao na let's face it. I've also watched that video. Lumalabas yung mga video yung
Melvin
topic
Matibag.
natin mamaya, oo, ni
Oo,
Melvin. Sinabi niya,
correct.
let's face it, Manny Pacquiao, this is a very apolitical, ano daw, hearing. Nagalit si Senator Gatchalian. Sabi niya, you do not have the position or the rights to say that this is a political proceeding na hindi naman ganito. In out of order siya doon. Kaya nasabi
Baka
niya sa,
luma yan.
hindi ko alam. Hindi ko pa kasi na ano kasi di ba nga kumakain ako ng pancake today. So hindi
Mm.
talaga ako nabigyan ng time na
Oo.
tingnan 'yon. But honestly talagang nakakaloka yung ganap.
Oo.
Mm.
Ay, si Attorney Vista, puwede po ba kayong umakyat para makapagsalita po kayo, makapagbigay po kayo ng
Yes.
Insight.
sa mga ano 'no, especially yung mga pressing issues right now, things that you want the public to understand, mga specific na information na pinepedal sa social media, sa mainstream media, things that you think are important na malaman po ng sambayanan natin. Ayan, pwede ko pong isend ang link sa inyo kung pwede po kayo. Ayan, wait lang. Ayan, eto na, isinisend ko na kay sir. Sana pumayag siya. Ayan, total nasa parking pa naman si sir. Ayan. Ay, sir. Ayan, okay. So yun na nga no. Yung pagdating doon, sure, paano Joey? Ayan,
Ayan.
sir, ano po, sinend ko po sa inyo yung link. Sabi ni Florida Madi, Alvin, old video na daw yon.
Exactly, that's why. Kaya nga hindi pa senator si Manny Pacquiao noon, parang may hearing. Kaya nga I did not dwell in it kasi I thought it was an old video.
Ayun. Actually, sa totoo lang, si Melvin Matibag no, nasa Transco siya. And I am quite familiar with him. And even then, hindi rin siya desirable guy eh. Marami rin talagang hindi siya bet.
Why?
May mga issues. May mga issues sa ano no? Kasi yung Transco, mag-exercise ba yan ng eminent domain? Dahil yung mga transmission assets ng NAPOCOR, sila yung umaayos noon. Ganon. So bibili sila ng lupa, tapos doon ilalagay yung mga transmission assets, itatayo, ganyan-ganyan. So babayaran mo ngayon kung sino yung maaapektuhan ng mga properties ng mga transmission assets. And apparently, maraming mga nakuwanan ng property na nagkakaroon ng problema pagdating sa pagbabayad. Ganon. So, siya yung nasisisi.
Oh.
Ayan. Ganyan.
Andiyan nata sa turn.
Ayan. Wala pa siya. Ayan. Feeling grandeur po kaya siya. Pero anong tawag dito, before tayo magpunta dun sa habang wala ka pa sa bahay, Alvin, yung
Okay.
tawag dito, yung pag-usapan na lang natin ng very, very quick si Attorney Melvin Matibag. Kasi 3 video ngayon yung nagva-viral sa kanya eh. First, yung video
Yes.
niya na
Nirecord.
yung unang-una pa,
Unang-una pa.
hindi pa siya NBI director. Kasama siya doon, kasama siya ni Art Ataide. Doon sa video na yon, tatayo ni Congressman Ataide. Doon sa video na yon, nagtitip sila nagbabayad sila ng bill sa restaurant at nagbibigay sila ng tip. Ganon. Ayan, teka ha. Ayan, hi Alvin.
Okay, I'm back, sorry.
Naririnig mo kami?
Oh, naririnig ko kayo. Yes, hello?
Perfect.
Hello,
Perfect.
okay.
Yan, ayun.
Okay.
So, ang tawag dito, first yung viral na video na nagbabayad sila ng cash
Yes.
doon sa restaurant, may 121,000 pesos na bill. And then, after that, nagbigay sila ng 20,000 yata
Ayan,
na tip. Naalala mo
Naalala
yung video na yun. Ayun. Pagkatapos, kasi ang brazen nun na parang, wow, cash. Pagkatapos yung, ano ba, 121,000 lang, akala ko 1,021,000, yung ganon. Yung ganon yung mga etchos nila. Ganon yung etchos ng grupo ng mga kalalakihan. So parang, sobrang wow, talaga, cash, 1 million, may dala, bakit? Galing sa maleta yard? Ganon. And ano no, it's just so coincidental na later on, yung 18 Marines, kasama yung tatay ni, yun, si Atayde, na
Tay
pinangalanan.
din. Yes.
Si June Gutesa, si Mr. Gutesa din. Si Gutesa din ay pinangalanan niya yung ano tatay ni Atayde yan, na nakakasalubungan. Ganyan. But anyway, after that, meron naman na certain Mel Sabio na nag-record, na nakikipag-usap dito kay Attorney Melvin Matibag, kung saan pinagbantaan niya si certain Mel Sabio na papatayin niya. Ganon.
Mm.
Okay? At pag pinatay daw niya itong si Mel Sabio, ay wala daw itong ebidensya.
Wala,
Galit na
correct, exactly. What do you think of that specific statement alone? Let's dwell on that, Joey. Since napahisikutan na natin, since napag-usapan natin, that's one-liner statement. Kung papatayin kita, walang ebidensya. To me, that is very telling of the psyche of this individual ba? Yung parang, ha?
I think that's very cocky of him to say that.
Diba? What do you think of that?
well, hindi, ayan, ito maganda, meron tayong kasamang abogado. Yan.
Ay,
Ayan.
harapan natin.
Hello, attorney. Maraming salamat po sa pag-join.
Attorney,
Salamat. Salamat din.
Vista.
Ayan. Sir, may kwentuhan po kasi kami. So, hindi po namin alam kung nakita nyo na po yung video ni Attorney Matibag na I think meron na rin po kayong sinulat about it eh. Pero maganda rin pong ma-share natin doon sa mga nanonood natin ngayon yung tungkol doon sa video ni Attorney Matibag na kung saan tinatreaten niya yung kausap niya sa telepono na certain Mel Sabio at may paulit-ulit kasi yung yung una sinasabi niya isang oras ka na lang. And then later on pinagbantaan niya na klaro na ang tawag dito na sige mag-report ka sa police kasi pag ako pinapatay kita walang ebidensya. Pag ako pinatay kita walang ebidensya. He said something in that line also in that So ano po ba how do we interpret yung action po na yun ni Attorney Melvin Matibag na ngayon ay NBI Director? How do we interpret that under the lens of Philippine law?
Ano kasi yan, whether you're holding a position or not, yung action mo, you can commit a crime. At yan, papasok yan sa grave threats eh. If you're threatening someone to execute on him a crime, hindi lang wrong to execute on him a crime, grave threats yun, punishable yun under sa revised penal code natin. So, ang problem lang sa revised penal code, you have to determine intent. So, dapat may intention talaga on his part to commit a crime on this Mel something, hindi ko alam yung last name nun. But if it can be proved na may intention, then liable siya for grave threats. Now, probable cause. Well, those words alone could constitute already probable cause. Kasi may grounds naman kung doon titingnan mo sa conversation, I think may grounds doon kung bakit siya nagagalit. It did not come from nowhere. So may rason. So if you're going to determine whether there is a probability that a crime has been committed, then I think satisfied yung yung quantum of evidence na yun.
Yung sir kasi basically in that voice recording, ang sinasabi ni Attorney Melvin Matibag, galit na galit siya dahil meron raw pinost na lumang news yung Mel Sabio about dun sa asawa niya. So I think of course si Attorney Matibag ay nagre-refer kay Miss Ann Matibag na that time. So ang sinasabi ngayon ni Attorney Melvin Matibag, hindi ka na naawa dun sa asawa ko, buntis, pagkatapos bababuyin mo, gaganyanin mo, luma na yon, bakit mo pa ni-repost, something like that. Galit na galit siya at yun yung niya. So can that constitute as enough motivation para dun sa ano niya, sir? Dun sa kasi basically inexplain niya yung pinaghuhugutan niya eh.
Well, wala namang sinasabi kasi sa grave threats na it could not be committed if it was provoked or out of fury or out of rage. As long as the elements of the crime are satisfied, then it should be committed. So ano yun eh, it's a threat, and it's a threat, so there's really an intention to commit the crime against the person threatened. Oh, kaya nga yun dun sa yung isang article ko about kay VP Sara, about kung grave threats ngayon. If you're going to apply the elements of the crime, hindi siya papasok as grave threats kasi it is subject to a condition. Tapos
Yeah.
subject to a condition, not imposed upon a an event that may or may not happen. Sa grave threats kasi, the condition must come from the person threatening, and the condition must be committed or must be satisfied by the one threatened. Okay? So, dun sa taong papatayin kita pag hindi mo
Ginawa
ginawa ito.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
something. So, yun ang sa grave threats. Unlike dun kay VP Sara, it is subject to a condition na kung mamatay siya, papagawa niya ito sa ibang tao. Now, dun din, ang pinaka-question doon is, because of that condition, may criminal intent ba talaga? Diba? So, hindi mo maalam. Pwedeng, kasi subject to a condition yun eh. So, may criminal intent ba talaga? At paano siya magiging liable kung patay na siya, diba?
At Attorney Vista kasi ang sinasabi nila, kasi grabe yung grabe yung pagmumura ni Inday parang minura niya isa-isa. Pagkatapos, they are also taking into consideration yung ibang mga public statements ni VP na kung saan gusto raw niyang when VP Sara was telling a story about a PMA cadet na kagagraduate lang, hiningi yung relo ni BBM. And BBM said na parang, why should I? Ginanon daw ni BBM. So, ayaw ibigay yung relo ayaw ni BBM ibigay yung relo niya. So, galit na galit nun si VP at ang sabi ni VP dun sa kwento na yon is that this guy is going to give his life for the country. And itong tao na to, maaaring hindi na to abutin ng dekada or kasi sundalo nga maa-assign to sa mga lugar na may putukan, may barilan, ganyan. And then you cannot even give your watch, ganon. This should be taken also under the light na because watch represents time and sa kultura sa PMA, kumbaga parang nag-aarboran talaga sila ng relo. Mahilig talaga silang mag-arboran ng relo dyan. Kasi nga, after nilang mag-graduate sa PMA, time is something that is not within their control. It's not in their hands. Kung ano ibibigay sa kanilang assignment, dun sila.
So parang tradition at the same time symbolic.
Yes. May meaning talaga yan dun sa PMA culture. So, VP Inday Sara was so offended dun sa ginawa ni BBM. At sinabi ni Inday na parang, ano ba naman yan? Gusto raw niyang pugutin yung ulo ni BBM. And this specific incident, ginamit nila na example na hindi, meron talaga siyang criminal intent. Meron talaga siyang gusto niya talagang tagihin si BBM and things like that. So, what can you say about it, sir? Pwede ba yun? Kasi may specific context yun
I want to. Ewan ko kung nanood kayo ng movie na Law Abiding Citizen. Si Gerard Butler. And he was being interviewed by, kasi he is a suspect to a crime. Ganon.
Mm.
So I desire to, these are not criminal intent. O hindi
Mm.
mo may masasabing criminal intent yon. It could lay a ground, but it
Mm.
is not proof na may criminal intent yung isang tao.
Mm.
Pwedeng, I've been playing this in my mind over and over that I'm going to kill you. Hindi yun. Hindi criminal intent yon. Wala. So, ang ang doon sa sinabi ni VP Sara, it could be a joke. Okay,
Mm.
it could be not serious, but you
Mm.
can take it into context. Kung teka, yung sinabi niya ba na pupugutin niya in the same ano yon, in the same time nung sinabi niya na pag pinatay siya is
No, that's
no, so
different,
it's a different.
attorney.
Hindi mo pwedeng maano 'yan.
Mm.
Matagpi o mahabi na uh, it was grounded on that. Even though kahit same timeline pa, if it is uttered out of anger, out of rage, um, hindi mababaliwala or manegate yung intent to commit such a wrong or such a crime.
Mm. Mm.
So I don't think walang grave threats doon. I'm sure
Mm.
of that. Kahit
Actually,
siguro
sir,
anuhin pa to ng Supreme Court or ng courts, I know walang lalabas na grave
oo.
threats yan. And I've been teaching criminal law for almost since 2018.
Mm.
Not only in the Philippines, I'm also teaching criminal law here. So, two lawyers,
Mm.
not two,
Yes.
one. So, I
Attorney,
have the context of both criminal law, not only in the
Mm.
Philippines, but also I don't want to mention the country, in
okay.
Yes.
other countries. But alam na alam ko kung paano i-apply ang criminal intent.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Alam ko
Attorney,
paano i-apply ang elements ng crime.
Mm.
attorney, on that particular point, I would like to take this opportunity to ask a question na lang para malaman or maintindihan ng ating mga kababayan, because there seems to be parang governing narrative na sinasabi nila that the recommendation of the NBI to file charges with respect doon nga sa grave threats and sedition kay VP Inday is supposed, parang binabalita na, ito verdict na to, mahuhuli na talaga to, ganito ganyan si VP Inday kasi there's a recommendation from the NBI. What is a very simple statement na maintindihan ng mga kababayan natin para hindi nila masabi or maisip na ay makukulong na si VP or something like that. Attorney, what's your position in that particular statement released by mainstream medias?
Mm.
Well, let's go to the objective side muna para maintindihan ng tao yung legality. So usually, a crime is an offense not against an individual, a private person, but against the state. Okay? So kahit minura mo yung isang tao, let's say sabi natin oral defamation, the crime, well, they would term that as a private crime, but it's not really a crime against that person. It's a crime against the state. Dahil you're setting a scandalous example for others to follow. Parang nag-ano ka ng precedent. Okay? So, it is the state's obligation through the executive, through the DOJ, through whatever prosecutorial arm to punish that or to prevent that. Okay?
Mm-mm.
So, ano itong prosecutorial arm? So, DOJ, Ombudsman, and other prosecution agencies. Now, ang NBI is an agency tasked by the DOJ to conduct investigations. Okay, to bring them data whether a particular crime was really been committed. Now, a question, anong quantum of evidence, anong ebidensya lang ang hinahanap ng NBI or the police, okay, in common crimes para ma-file yung case? or to come up with a case, probable cause lang. So they would present the data, the evidence to the prosecutors, and the prosecutors would determine kung may probable cause ba talaga yung kaso. Now, would it prevent the NBI to file cases or any investigatory arm? Well, if it is their belief, let's give them the benefit na ano, oh, sige, ito yung kwan nila. Okay. No one could prevent
Yan
them
ang
to file these cases. So, hindi natin pwedeng mapigilan na, hindi, ito yung, since ito yung pananaw natin, hindi pwedeng file ng NBI or whatever, or police. Well, they can file. Yeah. But it does not mean that once final nila is, yun na
full
yung
stand.
tama. Yeah. So, kaya ang daming levels. So, if the NBI files this, of course, this will go through the prosecutor or the DOJ or the ombudsman, and the prosecutor who has the authority to file this in court will determine probable cause. Yung probable cause na yun na sinasabi, ginawa ba talaga niya? Or may probability ba na ginawa niya talaga yung crime? If the when the DOJ or the ombudsman determines that there is probable cause, tinatawag natin yan executive determination of probable cause. Now, if the state has this, okay, through the DOJ or the ombudsman, the DOJ or the ombudsman will file the case to the courts or into the courts. Now, hindi yan final pa rin. Once the court gets the information, okay, kasi the only way the prosecution can file a case is through an information filed in court. Information on sheet or two-piece sheet of paper lang yan na ina-allege na this particular person, so and so, committed a crime in this very hour, in this very date, so and so, kung ano yung crime na kinomit and what particular provisions of the statute or of the revised penal code was violated. Now, pagdating na sa court, hindi dahil sinabi ng prosecution, ng DOJ, ng ombudsman na may crime, na may probable cause, tatango na lang ang court. The court on its own will also determine probable cause. Okay? Yung probable cause ka na yun na tinatawag sa part naman ng court is judicial determination of probable cause. Now, once the court agrees with the prosecutor that there is really probable cause and the court determines on its own that there was probable cause, then that's the only time the court will issue a warrant of arrest. Okay?
In other words, attorney, this is going to be a very long and tedious process. It's not really the end. Diba?
That's actually the process, and it's not only one agency on one person who has the final say. So it will pass through. That's why yun yung tinatawag natin. Ang basis nito is, of course, yung provision ng Bill of Rights on due process, particularly this Section 1 of Article 3 of the Constitution.